Hello everyone, Kaiser here, and today I have something important that I want to talk about. This is something that I've been meaning to do for a while, even like this video I've been meaning to make for a while, but I never really had the courage to do so, but now I think it's a good time to do it. I will finally be doing full-fledged commissions for anybody who wants a action figure made by me. Now, you might be asking,
but why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
And that's a very good question. For a while, I've had a few people in the comment sections of my videos saying that they've wanted a custom figure made by me, and on one hand I thought that would be really fun to do since I do like making action figures, and making custom figures for other people would be nice, but I never really went through with it because I always thought that my skills weren't good enough when it came to making custom action figures, and people wouldn't pay for the product that I put out. So for a while I never really did commissions simply because I thought it wasn't good enough. But I've had a few, I want to say like baby steps when it comes to commissions, and from what I've seen, a lot of people seem to enjoy it, and I'll be talking about that a bit later. But I thought now is a good as time as ever to say I will be doing commissions for anybody who wants them. And in this video I'll be going over all the things you need to know about how I will be doing commissions, how shipping and prices will be arranged, stuff like that, so you know what you're getting into. So with that, let's get into it. First, let's talk about what to expect. Now, like I said before, I've had a few people on Instagram ask me for custom action figures or headpieces, stuff like that, and I thought that it would be good practice for me finally getting into commissions and seeing how the process works. And for the most part, I've been pretty successful. I have shipped out legitimate customs, and the people that have paid for them say that they like them. So it does seem like this is something that I'm able to do. Not to pat myself on the back, but that just seems to be the general consensus. So as you can see on the screen here are a few custom action figures that I have made for people, such as original characters, actual celebrities like Tyler the Creator, anime characters such as Aaron's Titan form. These are all legitimate customs that I have worked on for people and have shipped them out, and I'll also be making videos on those soon. But if you want to see some of the commissions that I have worked on, here you go. This is what they look like, and I think this will be a good starting point for you to see whether or not you want a custom action figure from me. Now let's talk about pricing. Let's talk about pricing. This is probably the one thing I struggle with the most, since I wanted to make my prices seem fair, but I also didn't want to make it seem like I was ripping you guys off. But I thought about it for a bit, and I talked to a few of my friends about it, and I think I come up with a system that's the most reasonable. So let's say, for example, you ask for a custom Natsu Dragneel figure, but you don't have any base figure or pieces for me to work with. If you ask for a commission and I don't have any base figure or pieces for me to work with, then the price will be around 40 to 45. But if you ask for a Natsu Dragneel figure and you do have a base figure or pieces for me to work with, then the price will be 30 to 35. And I think that's reasonable, since when it comes to asking for a commission and you do have the parts for it, that just means it will be a lot easier for me to get started on, unlike a commission where I have nothing to work with, since I have to go out of my way to find the pieces that you want and make sure you're satisfied with them. I also work on head sculpts, which for the most part have the same rules as a complete action figure. If you want me to make a custom head sculpt but there's nothing for me to work with, then it will be around 20 to 25. A custom head sculpt with a head included will be around 10 to 15. I do also work on clothes for action figures, and if you want just one set of clothes for one figure, then that will be around 10 to 15. But if you want multiple sets, let's say about 2 or 3, then that will be around 20 to 25. And that brings me on to another point I have to make. So let's say you want me to make a custom action figure, custom head sculpt, a custom set of clothes, something like that, but it has a more complex design, or it requires me to work on a bigger figure, or it's just a bigger figure in general, then that's when I'm going to increase the price, probably around $5 to $10. I should clarify that for the most part, I work with action figures that are closer to 1/12 scale. So 5-inch, 6-inch, 7-inch figures are what I usually work with. So when I talk about a bigger figure, I'm talking about a figure bigger than 7 inches. So stuff like 8-inch, 12-inch figures are what I mean when I talk about bigger figures, just to clarify that. The only reason I'm doing that for this type of situation is because it requires me to put in more work to make sure that it comes out the way you want. So if you want that complex or bigger whatever to be the best it can be, it will require a little bit more money. That's all I'm trying to say. That doesn't mean I'm not going to put in as much effort. I'm definitely going to, because I want it to come out just as good as you wanted, but it will require just a bit more money. Next up is shipping. When it comes to shipping for these custom figures, I will be asking you to pay a portion of the shipping price. Not the shipping price entirely, just a part of it, which I think is fair. So let's say you live in the US, I will probably be asking you to pay around $5 to $10 depending on where you live. But I will also be trying my best to ship internationally, but once again, that will cost more money on your part. So if you live somewhere that isn't in the US, I will be asking you for more money, and that's only because international shipping prices are a lot higher. That's all it really comes down to. Once again, you won't be paying the entire shipping price. You'll only be paying a portion of it. So when it comes to commission slots, I decided to put a limit on how many I will do at a time. Since I'm only one man working on these commissions, I don't want to be bombarded with a bunch of commissions or a bunch of people asking me for commissions every hour of every day. So when it comes to commission slots, I will limit myself to 3 commissions at a time. Once those 3 commission slots are called, I will close commissions for the time being, and I will only open them back up when I have completed all 3 commissions. This is just to make sure I don't overload myself with all that work, and I think 3 commissions is a good starting point for how many I want to do.
Why would you cancel my Xbox Live?
Hang on, I'll transfer your call.
Now, communication is going to be a very important part of how I do commissions. There are ways you can contact me, but for the most efficient way of contacting me on how to do commissions, you can look on my Instagram or send me an email. Those are the 2 best ways to reach me if you want a commission from me. And once I get started on your commission, I will be giving you work in progress shots and updating you on your custom figure, just to see how you like it. Again, this is going to be very important because if there's something you want to change about the custom figure or something that you don't like about it, then you can contact me at any time and tell me to, change it to how you like it, or tell me to take something off, stuff like that. Once again, this is just to make sure that the custom figure comes out the way you want it to come out. I want to make sure that these figures are like exactly what you want, and I want to make sure you're happy about them, because if you're not happy about them, then I'm not. So like I said, communication is key when it comes to me doing commissions.
No, do it now.
In time.
Why can't you just do it now?
Well, I'm afraid that would be a vulgar display of my power.
It would be a vulgar display of your power if you did it again, but it wasn't a vulgar display of your power when you did it 15 seconds ago?
That's right.
Another important part of me doing commissions is patience. I am a person who doesn't like to spend a lot of time working since I tend to get burned out somewhat easily. It is something I'm working on since I do want to be able to make more custom action figures and videos like that, but I do like to take a bit of time for myself just to relax. Now, this is not me saying I'm going to procrastinate working on your commission or I'm going to just spend all my time lounging around. Of course, I'm going to be putting 100% effort into making your custom figure, but what I'm trying to say is that there are going to be times where I'll be working on a video or working on other projects in the meantime. Again, this is not me procrastinating. Your custom figure will always be the #1 priority. It just comes down to you being patient. I'm not going to deal with anybody who is constantly asking when the figure is done, because that's just going to annoy me, and I just don't want to be annoyed when I'm working on a custom figure. So yeah, that's all it comes down to. But that's all I really have to say about how I will be doing commissions for anybody who wants the commission. Well, for anyone who wants to ask for a custom action figure. I do hope I explained everything fairly well, and if you do have any questions or you misunderstood something, once again, feel free to contact me either on Instagram or email me. I really hope this is something that goes well, because like I've said before, I have had people ask me for commissions, and for the most part they seem to enjoy it. So it does give me a bit of confidence for me not only to make this video, but to start making commissions for more people who do legitimately like how my customs turn out. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative on whether or not you want to commission me for an action figure. If anybody does want to commission me, I promise I will put my best effort into making sure your custom figure comes out the best it can be. That is going to be my promise. I will make sure that it comes out great. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.